I'm telling you, this strategy is all you need. Welcome everybody to another video, and in this video I want to talk about market structure and how market structure works and how you can use it and make money from the markets only using market structure. So let's start with the simple things. As we know, we got uptrends in the markets and we got downtrends in the markets. So in the uptrend, market is creating higher lows and higher highs, higher lows and higher highs. In the downtrend, market is creating lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. So what you trying to do in this strategy and how this strategy actually works, you are trying to find and spot the new high low point which price is going to make in the uptrend and new lower high point which price is going to make in the downtrend to take advantage and ride the market to its own trend. So I can take, for example, like literally everything. Okay, so let's go to the recent price sections. Let's clear all the drawings and I will show you how is it. So market is trending clearly up, as you can see, creating series of higher highs and higher lows. So the other thing what I need you guys to understand is higher low or lower high is only valid if the pullback of the high low is at least 38.2%, you know, on the Fibonacci. So if I use the Fibonacci tool, I know that this is a push and this is a pullback. The pullback needs to be at least 38.2%. If it's less, it's not valid as a higher low point and the structure continues like this. It's still one push. This is not counted as pullback, okay? So this is only one push. So as I said, price needs to pull back at least 38.2%. So if I can show you the example right now, when this was the low and this was the high, price pulled back, but price didn't pull back 38.2%. Price pulled back around, let's say, 25%, and then continue to the upside. And that's the thing right here. Everybody was thinking this push down broke structure right here, resulting a new structure, but it's not like that. As I said, because of this pullback wasn't big enough, it was only 25%, call it, not 38.2%. I will adjust my fibs, and this whole thing is a push, and this was a pullback. And this time, price pulled back 61.8%, which is significant enough pullback for me. So, at this point, I know price pulled back around 61.8%, which is already a valid pullback for me. And at this point in time, what I want to do, because I don't want to hop into buys like immediately here or here or here. I want to wait for a lower time frame structure shift to be ready to hop in a trend. So if I zoom on a H1, you know, price was trending bearish, creating lower highs and lower lows. And then right here, price broke structure to the upside, which means price is ready to go up, because if price would still create this downtrend, it means price is not ready yet. Price needs to break that structure on the lower time frames to go with the bigger picture. You know, like I know on the bigger picture, this is my push and this is my pullback. But I don't want to hop in the trade immediately. I want to wait for the lower time frame structure shift, which happened right here. And price didn't give us pullback yet, but let's see. Price give us pullback here at 38.2%. So we can capitalize of this right here, or we can wait. We can wait for another pullback But the point of this is you need to always wait for the lower time frame structure shift before you hop into trend. Because let's say price, I will draw it like this, price pushes and then price is pulling back. So you want to see what? Structure break on the lower time frames. So we want to see this high to get broken, and once is this high broken, the probability of price going to its own highs of this main push, which is right here and right here, the probability of it touching the highs is so high, it's so high, I can guarantee you. I'm using this method all the time. The probability of price doing something like this, retest this previous structure point and then going to the high, it's huge at that point, you know? So I trade only like this, and at this point, let's call this push as H4 time frame. And let's call this whole pullback M30, okay? 30-minute time frame. So H4 is bullish all the time, but H1, M30, and 15 were trending bearish all time frames. And when price broke structure on the lower time frames right here, M30, M15, resulting in new higher high, then H4, H1, M30, M15, possibly M5, everything is bullish at this point. So the probability of price going higher than lower is way bigger. So that's why I want to buy. And again, at this point, I know this was my low, this was my higher high, and I want to see pullback at least 38.2% to be valid. Let's say price pulls back exactly 38.2%. I want to wait for some type of a confirmation, which I'm not going to be talking about in this video. And I want to hop into buy and write price up, because I know the probability, again, of this trade is way higher to go up than to go down. And it's only because of me understanding the market structure and understanding where the market is probably getting. And you can apply this on any asset, any pair, and it works the same. So I will show you some live example, okay? I just use GJ as example, like I don't trade it, but okay, let's see. This is a low, this is a higher high. So I know this is a push and this is my pullback. So what I want to do is I will highlight this area here when it reverses, and I'm gonna drop down on 30-minute time frame and look at this, guys. As I said, this I will do like this, black line, and I will type high here, and this will be our low. And so this is low, this is high, and this is our pullback. So price was trending bearish right here, then price broke structure. So what I want to wait is at least I want to wait for a pullback and at least 38.2%, which I'm going to use FIBs from A to B. Price pullback 61.8%, and from that point price did exactly what I was telling to, retesting this previous structure point, rejecting this previous structure point, and going higher to its own highs. And that's trade number one. Let's continue, okay? Price broke market structure right now, so H4 again, and so this is low, this is high, same thing, okay? This is your new low, this is your new high. Let's highlight this area right here, 30-minute time frame. Let's highlight this. So at this point, market was trending bearish like this, creating lower highs and lower lows. But market at this point, it never ever, after this break of structure right here, if I can measure this, market never ever gave me the 38.2%, which means there is no entry for me. You know, market needs to pull back at least 38.2% for it to be valid high low or lower high point. Let's continue, okay? So this is a on H4. Again, this is new low. This right here is new high. As you can see, price broke this structure with these two candles. Let's highlight this. And again, same thing guys. So yeah, this is the low, this is the high. Price started to pull back, creating series of lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. Right here, price broke market structure. Let's measure the pullback. So from this point to this point, and it was pullback, as you can see, around 50%, which is enough, significant enough pullback for me. It is valid. So after this market structure shift, when price broke this level right here, I'm waiting for a pullback at least 38.2%. I'm entering and I'm riding price to its own highs, which is right here. Another trade. Okay, so let's continue. Right here, what you can see, right here you can see this was the low, this was the high, and price never ever, price never ever broke structure on the lower time frames. When it started to pull back, it never ever broke structure on the lower time frames. It went down and break our major structure, which means I'm shifting my bias from bullish to bearish. So what I know right now, this is my high, this is it my low. Let's measure if it's 38.2% pullback. It is. I don't consider this at 38.2% because it's barely touching the price, which means this is our new low. So let's draw fibs like this, and same thing, price was going down. This was not a valid lower high point because this was not a 38.2% of this push. So this is our main push right here. Then price was creating a pullback, shifting market structure on the lower time frames right here. So what I'm gonna do, let's this fib, delete this fib, use this fib. I want to see at least 38.2%, which happened right here. So I can enter right here. I'm not gonna go about entry, as I said in this video. Stop loss and target these lows again. As you can see, it works. It works to the upside, it works to the downside, it works on every asset. You can apply it on every asset. Use daily NH4 on your main structure time frame. Use H1, M30, and M15 or on your lower time frame structure break, lower time frame structure shift. And then after the shift happens, write the main trend to its own lows or its own highs. And that is it. That is how you can make all the money in the world.